Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode. Today we're shouting out to a lovely gentleman over in New York. How you doing, Artie? And all the other lovely New Yorkers that we have watching our episode, so thank you for watching. This is a group in New York, over in Long Island in New York. Thank you for this shirt as well.
And we're going to go over next year and participate in
Grand Fondo, New York. I think that'll be lots of fun. It's a huge bike ride that they do, a Grand Fondo. They do it in multiple different areas in the world. And I think we're going to do the New York one next year. So we might get to ride along with Artie and his group as well. I think that'll be lots of fun.
Oh, it's so much fun. That'll be so cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we're going to race. And who's going to win? You or me if we race in the GFNY?
Don't ask a question you don't want to know the answer to. You'll win.
What do you guys reckon?
Yeah, put your bets on. Yeah.
Training, you start training.
Yeah, I should probably start training now. Yeah.
Now, Artie had a question, didn't he?
Artie did have a question. I was reading it on my phone before. I'm going to pull it back up again so I can get it properly. Artie said, you're on a ride and you start to feel the start of your stomach cramping. What do you do to prevent this? And what do you do to calm things down? That's a great question. And I get it from people all the time as well. Talking about stomach cramping, I reckon a lot of the time you can bring that back to what you were doing before you were even on the bike. So talking about the night before, the day before, or even the morning of. Things to do with what you've eaten and perhaps what you've drank. I suppose when you're mid-ride and you start to feel a cramp, I think it's probably a little bit difficult to try and just stop it. I reckon the best bet is if you can just pull over and stand on the side of the road, maybe try and stretch it out a little bit, maybe get some water into you, catch your breath, give yourself a chance for it your body just to catch up. Sometimes it might even feel a little bit like a stitch perhaps. Sometimes you might get a stitch if you're working really hard and your body's working so hard. I don't know what other word to use there. So I think pulling over to the side of the road, letting your body calm itself down is probably one of the best things you can do, along with having a little bit of water to try and clear things out as well. I think that's probably my best bet for that one.
Yeah, what's happened to me is because I've eaten something too heavy before the ride, like you said.
Okay.
So it's what you've eaten beforehand. Or even on a ride, you might stop and have some hot chips or stuff then because you're bunched over like this riding, it's your body's going and then you're it's not good. And so water stopping, like you said, but definitely what you've eaten on the ride, as you've got a sensitive constitution. Is that what people say?
I think so. Are you trying to find a polite way of saying you might need to do a burp or a fart perhaps? Just to clear out whatever's happening there. A toilet stop might always help as well.
But don't eat too much heavy food for a ride or during a ride, and then I find that helps, and drink plenty of water.
Absolutely. That's why all the natural foods your bananas and that kind of thing, they're always a really good thing to have on your bike ride, or perhaps an oat bar or something like that, a muesli bar. They're probably some really good things to have, but if you just have heaps and heaps and heaps of chocolate, it's probably not quite the perfect thing to get over that either.
Hope that answers it.
Cool. I hope that answers it. Yeah, cool. Thanks for sending these, thanks for sending these lovely t-shirts through, these lovely cycling outfits through.
I was just going to I hadn't done a how you doing, and I know when I'm talking to Artie or anyone in New York, I'm going to say, how you doing?
How you doing? I don't know, that might be the wrong way to say it. Anyway, see you guys.